Hey, I want to talk about faith. Why is it so important? What it is, and how do we acquire it? Faith's so important because God says it's impossible to please Him without faith. If we're not pleasing to God, we're not getting in the golden gates. You know. Then Hebrews 11:1. You know, what is faith? Faith's the reality of things we hope for and evidence of things we cannot see. That's what faith is. You know, how do we acquire it? Romans 10:17 says, faith comes by hearing. That is, hearing the good news of Christ. Are you spending time in your word? Are you praying consistently, you know? Are you listening to praise and worship music instead of worldly music? Because what we take in is what we're going to produce, you know? What's on our hearts? What's on our mind? You know, like, you got to let God pierce your heart and your mind, you know? Like, go to church, you know? Pray, you know? Fellowship with other Christian believers, you know? Like, that's so important, you know? Hang out with other believers and Christians to build you up, you know? It says, bad people corrupt good character, you know, like that's so true, you know, like you gotta hang around other believers, you gotta spend time in your word, prayer, asking God to teach you, you know, every time when you get in your Bible, before you read your Bible, ask God, open my eyes, you know, give me spiritual eyes and ears to hear and see everything you're saying to me, you know, help me understand because my understanding is not what yours is, you know, and He knows that, and He's faithful, you know, like that. That's elevated my life and my walk with Christ and my faith and my belief that in a way I can't even put into words. I just want to share that with you, you know. I hope it helps.